What up? Next term and definition of trauma. What is trauma? Trauma is an emotional or psychological response to an event or experiences that are disturbing or distressing. There's a couple things I need you to understand when it comes to trauma. Number one, the trauma response is uncontrollable. How we respond to the experience or event, uncontrollable. Everybody's nervous system responds to trauma differently. It's how two siblings that have grown up in a home with alcoholism, one can grow up and be an alcoholic and the other might not. Everybody responds to trauma differently, and everybody's experiences are different. Number two, if you've experienced trauma in childhood or had a neglectful or abusive childhood, understand that this trauma response, it's your foundation, it's your root. But what you also need to understand that if you've experienced trauma in childhood or abuse or neglect in childhood, and it is your root and it is your foundation, you've been working against dysregulation your entire adult life. You're a beast. Now all we got to do is get the rest of the stuff out of the way. Things that can be considered traumatic events: divorce, abuse of any kind, emotional, physical, or psychological, car accidents, war, witnessing violence. Chronic toxic behaviors can also cause trauma and can also be considered traumatic events. What are chronic toxic behaviors? Chronic manipulation in friendships or relationships. Chronic control in friendships or relationships. Chronic lying. Living in environments where there is no emotional regulation or stability. Chronic suppression of emotions. Chronic expression of emotions. All of these toxic behaviors can cause psychological harm to those around us. The traumatic event or experience is what causes the dysregulation in the brain and the nervous system, and also the blockages that we clear out with EFT, pranayama, which is the breathing exercises, and the fascial maneuvers, which will come later. Nervous system health is not mainstream. It is becoming very popular, especially on this here app. What I believe is that coming here in the near future, nervous system, releasing trapped emotions, and energy psychology are going to have a major presence in mental health industry and healing trauma. But for now, you guys have a good day. Happy holidays.